Holy moly, guacamole, Tyler Toffoli, ravioli, what's in the pocket, Oli? What are we talking about here, man? What? Is this really a thing? You know, for the past few days, I've been sitting here in my computer chair, trying to think to myself, is this a topic that we should make a video about? And I was thinking about the Red Wings, and I was thinking about the rumors and the stories and all the trade ideas that have been floating around about this team, and I was like, yeah, it's maybe not the best video topic to dive into, but because of how funny this is, because of how ridiculous it is, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least acknowledge it here on the YouTube channel. So what I wanted to do was refer to an article that I had saw on the Hockey News from 3 days ago. Yeah, this was posted on the Hockey News. And the title of the article is this: Could the Detroit Red Wings trade Lucas Raymond for the first overall pick? And I know, man, all y'all Red Wings fans who tune into these videos and who are fans of the Wings and maybe, potentially, for some goodness-forsaken reason, are fans of me too, I know y'all just looked at the title of that piece and you said, what? Are you kidding me? Lucas Raymond for the first overall pick? Are you nuts? Okay, let's actually dive into what the article says. Let's talk about the idea of the Red Wings trading for first overall. Talk about Matthew Schaefer, talk about the Islanders. Obviously, that's the main target here if you are anybody projecting to draft first. But the article goes out there and starts out by saying that because there's a strong free agency market for wingers, a potential deal for Lucas Raymond could be on the table. In the calm before the chaos of NHL draft season, few teams are sitting at a more pivotal crossroads than the Detroit Red Wings. After missing the playoffs again in 2024-2025, despite almost making it the season prior and showing flashes of a young core, fans and analysts alike are left wondering if GM Stevie Y might finally push the franchise into bold new territory. This is where the article goes totally out to lunch and insists upon itself. While no current reports suggest it, there's one scenario lurking in the shadows that could turn the league on its head. What if Detroit traded Lucas Raymond for the first overall pick? Bruh. One scenario lurking in the shadows? Who's talking about this? Other than the writer of this article on the Hockey News, by the way, over here. Like, again, this is the Hockey News. I hope to goodness gracious this article out of all the articles that they publish is not going to be included in the next magazine. Like, Lucas Raymond for the first overall pick? I understand the idea that says that there is a really top-tier defenseman prospect available, potentially like a left-handed version of Drew Doughty, kind of a mix there between Doughty and Dahlin, and there's a lot of opportunity for a franchise to totally get things restarted and on the right track if they were to acquire this Matthew Schaefer first overall. There's a lot of talent here out of the projected New York Islanders first round pick. But to think about trading away Raymond, I don't know where anybody even thinks about that. It's like, yeah, okay, do you want to hypothesize a trade of the first overall pick to Detroit? Well, what's the value of that going to be? It's going to be a Lucas Raymond-like asset. All right, well, why not just talk about Lucas Raymond? Bruh. Like, the idea here, and I can honestly understand where it's coming from, but I don't really think it's a thing that's worth talking about. The idea that's being proposed is, okay, trade away Raymond, grab a first overall pick-like asset, and then use the extra money that you freed up because you traded Raymond away to sign a Mitch Marner or somebody like that. Get that first-line replacement who also plays right wing. Raymond is like the Swedish Mitch Marner anyway, so stylistically, you can say there's a comparison there, and then Marner would be filling in the same role, and then he could get the same amount of points, and so nothing really changes, right? But it's so hard to ever guarantee anything like that. It's so hard to look at a free agent class before the draft begins, by the way. So if you wanted to get a trade done, Lucas Raymond for first overall, you'd have to do that before the draft. It's so hard to look at the free agent class before the draft and be like, yeah, Marner, that's our guy. We're going to sign him. So we're going to make this bold, franchise-altering, league-altering move by trading away Raymond to the Islanders, and then we're going to bet all of our chips that Marner signs with us in the offseason. And you know that Marner's probably not going to want to sign with Detroit in the offseason. I mean, there's no reason why he's going to want to stick around anywhere near the Toronto area with this sort of transaction here. I know there have already been rumors percolating that he could head over to Ottawa or something, but I want to make another video later in today's show talking about the idea of Marner in Vegas, because that is starting to seem a little bit fishy, if I do say so myself. I'm starting to think it's probably more likely that he heads over to Sin City than anything else. But jumping back over here to this Lucas Raymond first overall thing, I can also understand, like, oh yeah, Matthew Schaefer is so good, he'd be fantastic, and he'd be an immediate help to this Detroit Red Wings blue line. But I think, like, I don't think the blue line is that bad where it's like, yeah, you trade away Raymond. That's the solve that you have here. Raymond in New York, by the way, he'd look really good. I mean, the idea of Bo Horvat, Lucas Raymond, and Matthew Barzal all manning a power play, it might be a little bit difficult because Barzal and Raymond both like to hold on to the puck a lot, but still, I think there's a lot of opportunity for good offensive flow throughout that system. Like, Lucas Raymond, I think that's more of a testament to him, honestly, rather than the Islanders and what they have. Obviously, Bo and Barzal and all the other guys they have had. Simon Holmstrom is a really interesting young name. There are enough young pieces in that squad where it's like, yeah, you can be excited for that. But I think for Lucas Raymond, I mean, it's more of a testament to him, right? He's so good, he's so talented, he's so skilled that he could play with whomever and make them look amazing. Of course, the same thing would happen to be for the New York Islanders brass. But Raymond for that first overall pick, I mean, literally from a draft management point of view, it would be a win because you'd trade Raymond, who is a fourth overall guy, for a first overall pick. But just the idea of shelling away Raymond after everything he has been through with Detroit, it does not seem like something that Yzerman should even think about exploring, even if that might be the trade price involved here. Hey, let's try to get Matthew Schaefer in that first overall pick. I wonder what the price is going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a Lucas Raymond-like asset. Okay, great, fine, thank you. Hang up the phone. That's how you're going to do that negotiation. The article on the Hockey News then dives into how the Red Wings don't necessarily have the best defensive group, which, look, I can understand that, but the argument that the article proposes is that outside of Mo Seider, nobody else has really looked reliable. Really? Outside of Seider? Bruh. Like, Simon Edvinsson is right there. I guess he's a lot younger, so you have to give him that benefit of the doubt, but, like, I think there's a lot of potential that the Wings have on the blue line. Seider, ASP, of course, Simon Edvinsson, Albert Johansson, there are enough guys here where I think it's like, yeah, maybe you don't necessarily need a Schaefer. Of course, he would be fantastic. He would be a good ad, but for the price of Raymond, I just do not think that is even worth considering here for the Detroit Red Wings, especially if your play is to end up grabbing Marner. This article at the bottom here then says, reports suggest that the Maple Leafs cannot come to terms with Marner. Detroit can be a really good option for him, etc., etc. If Marner doesn't land in Detroit, though, there are many other high-end wingers who could slot into Raymond's former spot. Names like Besser, Bennett, Ehlers, and even Marchand have all surfaced as potential fits in this free agent class, depending on Detroit's direction and timeline. Come on. Like, the article did not just compare Brock Besser to being a potential Lucas Raymond competitor and replacement, right? No way did the article just say that. Brock is a one-time 70-point guy who hit 40 goals once. Lucas Raymond is going to be a 70-point guy every single year, it feels like, for the rest of his career. He is on a totally different stratosphere than Brock Besser is right now, and that's coming from one of the biggest Brock Besser fans on the planet. I mean, it's night and day. They're not in the same territory. So with all that in mind, I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about this crazy idea talked about in the Hockey News on the Red Wings acquiring the first overall pick for Lucas Raymond? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.